So recently I went on an 11 win streak in Masterball Tier with this team, and I think it's probably one of the better teams I've made. I'd say it has two really strong modes. One, which is the pretty well-known Staraptor mode, where you use Pokemon like Grimmsnarl and Sinistcha to keep it alive and support it as it stacks up boosts with contrary close combats, and it can also heal up with Roost or Hospitality from Sinistcha. And the other mode, which is an all-out offense with special attackers with Rotom and Delphox. I run no screens on my Grimmsnarl, instead focusing on stat lowering moves such as Fake Tears and Scary Face. This way I can either boost Staraptor's stats a lot with Fake Tears and Scary Face and also lower my opponents. With Fake Tears, it drops their special defense by a lot, and with Sinistcha, Rotom, and Delphox, you'll just be able to do insane damage. They also have really good type coverage, Water, Fire, Grass, Core. And then Life Orb King Gambit also does a lot of damage. It's a really good repellent to Intimidate and to Perish Trap teams, which are generally really good against Staraptor. And so yeah, I'm just going to showcase a couple games with this team, hopefully get some wins. I'll show you the stats here. I'm actually running a lot of offensive EVs on defensive Pokemon, like my Grimmsnarl and Sinistcha both have a lot of EVs invested into their respective attacking stats. And I did try and make Staraptor a little bulky and Delphox bulky enough to survive. I think it was... I don't remember. It's there to survive something though. And I wanted to have as much attack on Rotom as possible, but I also needed as much speed as possible so it could outspeed things like Mega Aerodactyl and other Choice Scarf Pokemon like Goldengo or Basculegion. I do remember what I EV'd Kingambit for. I made it a little bit faster than if you put like, I think it's 3 stat points faster than a neutral Sylveon, and it can also live a Garchomp Earthquake when it's spread damaged, and also have enough HP left after Rough Skin and Life Orb to get a Sucker Punch off. And then with Sinistcha, I kind of just went the max HP, max attack, and with Staraptor, I think I EV'd it to survive maybe a Hurricane from Pelipper, but I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do some games with this team. Hopefully I'll be able to get up another win streak. But yeah, so alright, let's get into the first battle. If you noticed that I'm back in Master Ball Tier 3, it's because I played until I lost yesterday. So that's why it's lower than the picture I showed before. Anyways, this looks like Mega Metagross and Mega Charizard with Toxapex, Grimmsnarl for support, and Hydreigon and Garchomp as the dragon types to switch into things. I think, what should I lead here? The Hydreigon kind of ruins Delphox, but I can also do something with Grimmsnarl. But if they lead Grimmsnarl and... not Grimmsnarl, Metagross and Hydreigon, that'll be kind of a problem. And the Charizard kind of dissuades my Staraptor. This is a little tough. So, I actually think I'll go Grimmsnarl and Kingambit. And then I'll have, I think, Staraptor in the back. And if they do lead with Charizard, I can probably fake out and maybe switch my Kingambit out. Or I can switch Grimmsnarl out and double into the Charizard with the second. But it's not that. I don't know. So I think this is a really good lead in my favor. They don't really have a good way of hitting King Gambit. The fact that they brought Hydreigon makes me think that it probably is the Metagross in the back. But for now, I think I'm probably going to fake out and Iron Head the Grimmsnarl. They actually stay in with the Hydreigon, which is a little interesting. Might be Heat Wave. Okay. So that does do a pretty good chunk to my Kingambit. But I'm pretty sure I knocked out the Grimmsnarl with this. Yep. And then if it's the Metagross, I'll launch a Sucker Punch into it and Spirit Break the Hydreigon, I think. It's the Toxapex, okay. So in that case, I think I'm just going to Spirit Break the Hydreigon and protect my Kingambit. I don't want it going down just yet. Okay, Heat Wave does come out. Hopefully it doesn't burn, although I still think I KO if I get burned. Okay, nice. So that should go down unless it's Sash, which is not. Usually they are Scarf, so. Stall setter, like. Now Grimmsnarl is kind of trapped, which means it's not that good. It's also kind of useless into whatever my opponent has in the back. So let's stick it, and it's actually the Charizard, which is not what I was expecting. But I'm gonna Fake Tears the Toxapex, so I'll be able to knock it out with any hit from Rotom or Rotom. And then I can Sucker Punch the Turtle to also put it in. I think this game is kind of wrapped up. My opponent doesn't really have anything for Rotom. So yep, there's the Fake Tears coming off. I actually don't know if Toxapex would survive a Thunderbolt from Rotom. So my opponent's just going to take both knockouts this turn, which is totally fine. I think what I'm going to do is Thunderbolt the Charizard and probably close combat the Toxapex. Actually, I'm fine just launching a Brave Bird into it. I don't need to stack up any boosts. So a Thunderbolt should be enough to take out the Charizard after I get that Sucker Punch off. And it should also be enough to take out the Toxapex as well. Yeah, I think my opponent I also have a little bit of speed on my Grimmsnarl, so if my opponent was trying to fake me out, they probably wouldn't have. It's also there to outspeed. Okay, so as long as they don't like miraculously knock out my Rotom, and they just go for the Toxic on the Braviary. That's Braviary Staraptor. I've called this thing Braviary a couple times, I think. I don't know why, I just do. But not even the Toxic's gonna be able to damage me that much, and yeah, they just forfeit. GG's. I'm just gonna queue into another game. I'm happy because now that Champions is out on mobile, I'm actually able to record gameplay on this instead of Showdown. I'm playing on my Apple iPad right now. Kind of crazy. Okay, what team do we got here? Oh, this is some shenanigans, isn't it? Ooh. This is a little tricky. I think I definitely want to go Delphox here. For sure. I'm a bit scared of the Basculegion in the lead, but I think it's probably more of a late game Pokemon. And then I'm also going to have the Kingambit in the back for the Basculegion and Rotom, just because the other options don't seem that appealing. Sinistcha can't really do anything here. Hopefully I don't end up regretting that. Okay, this is fine. I think usually what people do here is protect the Espathra, but not the Whimsicott, which means I can just launch a Fake Out and the Heat Wave, I think. And if the Espathra tries to get up a Calm Mind, I can just Fake Tears it and get it back to -1. Or if it doesn't, I can use Scary Face and get rid of its speed boost. I can do that to anything that the Tom passes into, which is probably the Pyroar. But if I'm my opponent, I'm protecting it. They actually don't, which just lets me get a Heat Wave off, which is going to do a lot of damage. And they also went for a Moonblast into the Whimsicott. I mean, like with the Whimsicott. Because it did not flinch earlier. Oh, it also just goes for Lumina Crash. That's actually not that bad of a move by my opponent. But I'm also not very threatened by this Espathra. I think if they switch in Gardevoir. Okay, with Gardevoir, Traced Prankster. Okay. That's fine. I think I can just Fake Tears and Heat Wave. I don't think it'll knock out the Gardevoir, but it should get it very low. And they probably just launch Hyper Voice. Lumina Crash Hyper Voice probably knocks out my Delphox. But I do have that Rotom and Kingambit in the back, and I don't think my opponent has that much they can do about it. Okay, so they do go for it again. Nice. Was that a crit? Yep, okay. That could have been bad if that KO'd, but luckily it didn't. And yeah, look at that Heat Wave on that Gardevoir. I should never be doing that much, but it is. Which kind of puts that in range of everything. Also, yep, my Grisham to like survive this. And I'm going to bring out Rotom, I think. I think Rotom is the better choice here than Kingambit right now. Because what I can do is I can Fake Tears the Basculegion. I think it's probably Scarved. Yep. If it's not Scarved, I think that's fine too. I'm pretty sure Kingambit and Rotom can clean this up. Okay, so they protect Gardevoir. That's just like really good for me. Yeah, this game is basically over. Thunderbolt, and yep, outspeed, and just one-shots the Basculegion. Nice. And now I can just do the same to the Gardevoir, and my opponent forfeits. GG's. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna do another game, yeah. Nice. Rank 2. So yeah, I think this is definitely like a really fun team to play. Let's see what team my opponent's using. So far I haven't really gotten anything meta. But now I do. Oh, nice. Okay, this is kind of like the team I wanted to play against. Because I played against them a lot, and I kind of have a solid game plan going into this team. What I usually do is I just lead with Grimmsnarl and Rotom, and I can do big damage there. And then I can have Staraptor and Kingambit in the back. I don't think my Mega really matters here that much. Sometimes I'll go Delphox, sometimes I'll go Staraptor. but I think Staraptor is the better choice here. A lot of people will lead Aerodactyl and Sylveon. So, let's see. Aerodactyl and Kingambit. Okay, that's fine too. So, the only thing I'm scared of, since this is a Mega Aerodactyl, if it Mega Evolves, Thunderbolt doesn't actually KO it, so I might have to risk it with a Hydro Pump. If they don't Mega Evolve and I miss Hydro Pump, I'm gonna look real silly. But, okay, they don't Mega Evolve, now I just need to hit this Hydro Pump. Please, Rotom. Yes! Okay, nice. So, yep, just remove the Aerodactyl. Switching now. I think I'm just gonna double in with like a big Tears and Pressure Pump into whatever switches in. Okay, Charizard. So yeah, I am just gonna use Fake Tears and Pressure Pump into it. I don't think it's effective. Why would you Mega Evolve and protect them? Wasting a turn, son. It doesn't, so Fake Tears comes out. Rotom, please hit another one for me. Nice. Oh yeah. And yep, that's just a knockout. Ooh. Get folded like laundry in the washing machine. That should KO. Yep. Since I put so much use into my Smash attack, it's not good like this. But I only really need it for a couple turns. And my opponent just forfeits there. I was not expecting the Fake Tears overcome. Nice. Alright, I think I have time for one more. So I'm gonna do that. Who knows, maybe I'll just like go on another 11 win streak with this team. Ooh. Alright. Hopefully it's not like the same team, but okay, perfect. This is another very meta team, I feel like. So usually I use Delphox in a lot of teams, but against rain teams it sucks a lot, so I use Staraptor here. And I usually just lead these with Rotom in the back. However, he doesn't have Basculegion, which kind of makes me want to use Kingambit instead of Rotom. Actually no, I still want to use Rotom so I can get rid of the Pelipper, I think. Also, this team is using Grimmsnarl, which I don't see that much, which is kind of weird. I see Sableye a lot common, or just no Prankster user. So yeah, this might go a little south, but I think that with my Staraptor and Grimmsnarl, I'm kind of just in a really good position here. What I think he might do, because my Staraptor actually, it doesn't take an Electroshock from Archaludon unless I use Fake Tears on it, which I might, depending on what he leads. But if it's like the Pelipper Archaludon, I think I might just let my Staraptor go down. And I'm pretty sure Rotom can do really well, unless he has the Hydreigon on the back. Probably thinking too much about this. Let's see. Okay, that's what I was scared of. Maybe I should like EV my Staraptor to be able to take an Electroshot. I don't know how much I would have to put into that, but I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, Close Combat brings Archaludon very low, but it never KOs it. Unless I crit. But yeah, normally what happens is I close combat the Archaludon, and then I go down to Electroshock. Pelipper doesn't protect, which means it's sash broken. This comes out, and yep, it survives barely. And it's actually, wait, hold on. Maybe I should run max attack. If all these Archaludons are always surviving my close combats, I probably should just like up my attack EVs, because I actually do have a lot in 2. Okay. Oh, what? What the heck? That shouldn't happen. Okay, I don't really know what to do here. I don't have a clean switch. I think he might just protect his Archaludon. I guess I'll Spirit Break the Pelipper. And then if he does protect Archaludon this turn, he doesn't, he just goes for an Electroshock. Okay. Hopefully into Staraptor. I don't see why not. Yeah, and he might Tailwind with his Pelipper. Oh, he doubled in with Hurricane. Okay, that's nice. So what I'm gonna do is Spirit Break. If I go for a Brave Bird, will I get knocked out? Definitely. Yep. Okay. Never mind. It was Citrus Berry and not Focus Sash too, which is kind of strange. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for the close combat and another Spirit Break, I think. Because once I get this Archaludon out of the way, my Rotom becomes a lot more useful. Okay, he does just protect. If he goes for the Tailwind, that'd be definitely best for me. But I think he's just going for a Hurricane. Oh, okay, nice, he doesn't. He goes for the Tailwind, definitely wants that speed control up. But now, I have Scary Face, which means I can just Scary Face my Staraptor and let it outspeed and get rid of the Archaludon. I think he's still gonna take the knockout on my Staraptor, because I think if you're him, you go for Flash Cannon into my Grim and then Hurricane into Staraptor. He doesn't have any switches for close combat, which means... Oh my god! Oh, this is going perfect. I guess he did have that switch, but... Ooh, nice. So yeah, I just take the knockout there. I wonder why he switched out his Pelipper. Maybe he thought I was gonna just Spirit Break it. But I think now what I can do is Fake Tears and Roost up. Yeah, I think definitely Fake Tears and Roost up. I definitely need to get rid of this Hydreigon because my Pokemon in the back can't. Yep, okay. So it was a bait. So that's fine. It wasn't gonna really do anything like that. But I'm pretty sure that's just using Fake Tears. So now that's gonna make me really hard to remove because I'm like +3 special defense now. And also, this does remove my flying typing. So if he went for the but no, he just goes for Sludge Bomb. I take that pretty well. The rain goes away. Bad for him. Does close combat kill the Pelipper? I don't think it really matters, does it? Then I guess I'll just Spirit Break the Venusaur for funds. Yeah, I honestly don't think it really matters what he does here. If the Pelipper does live, then it could, like, so I do down here. Maybe I should not for priority move with my Grimmsnarl if he targeted. But no, he went into the Staraptor. Totally fine. Poison, I don't think that really matters too much. Guess I'll just pop that. And... oh, wait, that does a lot. Okay. I think it's probably Scarf. I could be wrong, but I think it's Scarfed. Because... what else does he have that would be Scarfed? He doesn't have a Basket Legion. So I think I should just, like... actually... just to make sure, I'm gonna switch in my Sinistcha. Because if it's not, I think a Sludge Bomb into a Poison would knock me in. But I'm also +2 speed, which means I always outspeed this Hydreigon. And it is Bubble Spark, so there we go. And yeah, that's just a knockout. And unless they like crit my Staraptor, I think it's gonna be good for me. Even if they do, I probably still win. But nope, they just go into the Sinistcha slot instead, which is totally fine. And that's a forfeit. Nice. So yeah, I think that'll be all the battles I'm doing today. Again, I really like this team. It's a lot of fun. And I know someone commented saying do something with Staraptor, and I'm sorry it had to be this boring. All it is like fake tier stuff, but honestly, yeah, I'm just happy how this team turns out. It's really easy for me to play, and at the start of the video, there's the rental code if you want to use it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.